Hi guys, so I'm going to do my video on chapter 6, helping your new distributor get started right in GoPro. I've chosen this chapter because I think to start with, it's probably a chapter that I wasn't strong on. And if I look back on some of the people that started with me early on in the beginning, I probably wasn't as forthcoming and I didn't lead them and show them how to win, so they became quite dependent on me. And so I feel that that definitely limited our growth, which was not great. Whereas now I feel like when I'm getting people, I know I can fast track them and I know what it takes. I'm able to become a lot more upfront, be really clear in my expectations and what's realistic for them to be able to achieve. So I'm excited by that, and I know now with me starting everyone like this, the difference it's making in my business is massive. So to start with, there's a game plan interview that Eric Rory talks about. And to begin with, step number 1 is just to welcome them and get excited. So I think, all of them want to feel like they've got a cheerleader and someone that is going to support them reach their goals. So, for me to start with, it's welcoming them into my business Facebook group as well as the Team Spirit group, getting them excited, having other people commenting and making them really feel like this is a great decision that they've made. They're joining community that's really going to support them through their journey. And then the next one is setting expectations. So for me, I think that's what I had done poorly in the past, even though I'd read this a few times. So just to start with, just letting them know that if they're going to succeed or fail, it's because of them and the effort that they're putting in. So I can be there and provide them all the support, and all the support and resources are very much available to them. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what they're committed to putting in. If they're wanting to make excuses and throw their hands up and it's too hard, it's because of them. If they're winning, kicking butt, taking names, and growing, it's because of them as well. And all I'm here is just to kind of challenge, support them and provide them with the resources that they need to be able to grow. If anyone from a good old 18-year-old to a professor with lots of degrees and single mamas never on in between, if they can all reach those top levels, then anyone can. It just comes down to the drive and the will that someone wants to do it. So I think really making sure that they understand that my goal in the very beginning is that I want to make them as independent of me as I can, as quickly as I can, and letting them know that they don't need to know everything to start with, that we're just going to give it to them in chunks so that they know that, learn it, nail it, and then move on to the next piece. And then all of a sudden they'll be able to turn around and look back and see how far they've come and what they've learned to be able to pass on to their own team that they're starting as well. The next thing, again, I did not do a good job of this in the beginning, and that is asking them, when the going gets tough, when things aren't going to plan, how do you want me to handle this with you? So I know your goals, I know your outcome is to reach this level or earn this money or by this date, and I'm here to support you, and I'm the dream keeper, so to speak, of whatever you want to achieve. But what happens when the going gets tough? Do you want me to just let you be, or do you want me to call you on it? Do you want me to challenge you and to remind you of why you started this to begin with? Or am I just going to step back and let you do what you need to do? So I think being really clear in the beginning, and then that way when those situations arise, there's no second guessing or knowing how I'm going to handle it. I just know exactly what I need to do if I just let them be, and maybe they'll come back around in a month or so. Or if I need to challenge them and really, step up, because that's what they've done in the past where they've, dodged and not really pushed themselves. So I love that. The next thing, step 3, is just setting them up right. So firstly, setting them up with the products, making sure that they've got, their order of the shakes, the capsules and the chewies, that they're utilizing all of the products, because whatever they do, their team is going to do. So really teaching them that. Getting them connected to the tools. So the website that Linda's put together, I've got a great pinned post of lots of different links and resources and things that they absolutely must listen to, this being one of them. Getting them connected to the different Facebook groups and having them understand the comp plan. So getting them on that Monday night call for us, or if they can't, I've got a link available to them so that they can watch that and learn it so that they can teach it to someone else. And then getting them comfortable with how to invite, getting excited, showing them a couple of sample texts or messages, or what we might do in a role play scenario of a phone conversation, so that they understand and are confident in bringing people along to the event. The whole line of I have no idea if the timing is right or if this could be for you, but I thought of you and I'd love you to come along. Just teaching them a couple of those one-liners and just setting them up in that way. The next thing is really setting up a game plan of what we do for the first 30 to 60 days. I think this is key, because if I can sit down with someone, and again, I didn't do this that well in the beginning. Now when I have someone starting on my team, it's like, great, first things first, that DVF it's a done deal. You know, let's do that in the first day. I've already had conversations with some of my team where they're like, oh, I might get the 60 shakes and just the red and green. I'm like, well, if you do this and you do that, then you'll already hit your first level on commission. And the next thing, oh yeah, I'll get my mum on it and I'll get my brother on it. And so all of a sudden, just kind of leading them where they need to go and being forthcoming with that has made it the difference from DVF in one day. And then again, having them know their 30 and their 60-day dates for them hitting SDVF. And they're the ones coming to me telling me, hey, I've got this many orders, this many points. In the past, when I wasn't strong on that, I'd be checking the date and telling everyone and giving them updates. And it was quite draining for me to feel like I was having to manage a lot of people. And it actually turned me off starting a lot of frontline. But knowing this now and really putting the onus back on them to know where they're at, know where they want to go, and know the timeline around it, have them connecting with me, that's like a completely different feeling. And I could have 20 frontline start this month and feel really confident in following the system. So the next thing, just showing them, like, what's your list? Who are we going to, talk to first? Who's top of mind? Who would you love to work with? Who are you really excited to share this opportunity with? And then focusing on getting them that first customer and that first team member when they build their confidence, and that's going to really start some exciting momentum. And then lastly, which again I wasn't strong on and now I am, is giving them homework. So really being specific, going, great, we know where we're going, we know what our timelines are. If we're going to do this, it's going to take you to do the work. So I want you to listen to GoPro, I want you to listen to Beach Money, I want you to listen to Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. Giving them 3 parts of homework and a timeline and asking them to get back to me. Because one of the things Emma Snedden had said one day was, you know what, don't apologise to me. You don't need to apologise if you didn't get that done or whatever your excuse is. You need to apologise to yourself because, I'm going to be doing those things to myself and I've got my DMO and I'm going to be taking action. But if you can't follow through or make the time or make it a priority, that's on you. And you don't need to feel like, it is a volunteer thing. Everyone's volunteering to be on this team to reach their goals. So I don't expect people to apologise to me now. It's just, are they going to do what they said they were going to do and be held accountable? And if they're not, then this is probably a pattern they've been running in life over the years. And if I've got that agreement in the beginning of where do we go when we're having an up or a down, how can I support you? Then I know exactly what to do, how to support my team. So I really feel like implementing this chapter into my business has made a big difference to my confidence levels. I also feel like the confidence of the team that I have coming on board, they actually feel like they can do it because I'm a lot clearer and more direct with where we're going and what they need to do to get there. So that's my little piece. GoPro is freaking awesome, and I'll see you at Hamilton.